Hello and welcome back to Tomcat Bandit Plays SWTOR, the Jedi Knight storyline. In the last one, we went through the piles and piles of missions that Doc had that kept on going on forever and ever. But now we get to talk to Lord Scourge. He should be much easier to talk
I
to.
did not think you would speak to me willingly, Jedi.
Why is that?
Now that our alliance of convenience is no longer necessary.
Meh.
Will you abandon me then?
If we are to remain allies, Jedi,
Uh-huh.
what is your cause? Right now, the jackals of the Empire snap at each other over the corpse you left them. Perhaps
Nice.
together, we can fill the void on the Emperor's throne.
Interesting.
Your people
Very
speaking of the
interesting.
Empire sound like a distorted echo.
Oh yeah?
When I was born, we thought the rest of the galaxy to be mystery and legend. We had been alone for 1,000 years.
I wanted to hear
What was
that.
it like? I can't even imagine.
We were what you made us.
In my youth, Jedi were how you threatened errant children. Obey your masters or the Jedi will obliterate you. For thousands of years, we had total control of 100 star systems. Then the Jedi drove us to the farthest fringe of the galaxy.
No, they were in a terror.
The Emperor had subjugated thousands of species. Every non-Force user was enslaved.
They were safe and served to their own capability.
This is hardly worth debating. I gain nothing from understanding how your Republic's fools view the galaxy. I am surprised that once your council finishes its brainwashing, any Jedi has a spine left to oppose the Emperor. Perhaps you are young enough to still cultivate the strength of the Sith.
I'm open
Yeah.
to Sith tricks. What have you got?
The dark side is no trick, Jedi. When you release the control the Jedi Council has drilled into you,
Oh, yeah?
when you feel anger in your every connection to the Force, when you can accept that a man of authority must use any means necessary to achieve his ends, then you will have discovered the dark side.
It doesn't seem that dark to me.
The Emperor is dead at your hand, Jedi.
Yeah?
Yet you do not follow up on your victory.
Oh yeah?
Any Sith would have seized the throne by now. Even Revan and the Jedi exile would have been hard-pressed to resist so tempting a target.
Oh?
Revan and the Jedi Exile are legends. What were they like?
Yeah.
It should not have surprised anyone that Revan turned Sith. He knew you cannot fight the dark side without understanding it. The exile was harder to read. Even with all she had done, she never trusted herself. With Revan, she was his student again. I liked them. I would have served them, but my vision told me they would fail. I
Yeah.
cut down the exile and brought Revan to the Emperor as a gift.
Interesting.
Is that when he made you his executioner?
The only way to live long enough to find the Jedi who would kill the Emperor, to find you, was to convince him to trust me. He took my offering and gave me a place at his side. He gave me immortality. It was a gift, but not without its price.
Wonder what that is.
It has been enlightening to spend so much time among you and your Jedi. For 300 years I have spoken to no one but Sith, and they do not change. They are the same on Korriban now as in my childhood. The same tricks, the same fights, the same groveling and mind control.
What reward would they get if they moved out of lockstep? A stab in the back.
Most likely, Sith traditions are powerful, but very specific.
Oh yeah?
Sometimes it takes an outsider to open our eyes to new facets of the Force.
That is
Revan
true.
taught me to be effective when I became the Emperor's wrath. And now I have learned as much from you.
Yeah, it's power of the light.
Your people have always underestimated the strength of the light side of the Force.
I have nothing to learn from the light side. There may be powers you Jedi have mastered, but they do not require that I weep and beat my brow and hide behind the Council's skirts to achieve them. No more
True.
than what I have learned from Revan.
Oh, you've learned stuff from Revan. And what would that be?
The Emperor was the only constant in my 300 years of life. It is hard to grasp his death. When I was born, the Emperor was the Empire. Everything existed to feed his whims. He was so far above us, no one, Sith or slave, would have dared even form an opinion about him.
You did. Yeah. I like...
I'd say
that
joining Revan to kill him counts as an opinion.
When I began serving him, I thought it was far simpler than that. The Emperor was just a man, isolated by unimaginable power and the inability to trust the scheming sycophants who served him. I was wrong. He was a plague. And I am the only one in the galaxy who understands the full service you did us by destroying him.
He was beyond
I
salvation.
tried to reach him, but there was no light left inside.
This is not a matter of light versus dark. The immortality he gave me, it has a terrible price. Taste, smell, touch, color, emotion. I have felt none of these for 300 years.
That
I
must
do
be
not wish
difficult.
to become as the Emperor, and lose all tie to what once made me a man.
Yeah, that does sound like it sucks.
I now
Oh, well.
understand why your council tries to control your pleasure as well as your anger. Pleasure is a far more powerful motivator.
Yeah.
What good is having power if you can't enjoy how it feels?
Power is only one of life's pleasures. I still remember the feel of sunlight on my skin, the scent of favorite foods, the color of my first love's eyes. To experience those simple pleasures again would be worth anything.
Yeah.
See? You haven't lost your humanity after all.
Do not mock me.
I don't.
I understand why your council controls you.
Uh-huh.
What
What's
I'll
that?
never comprehend is why you let them.
It's more like we're faking it for them. So
You
we
have
can do whatever we
surprised
want.
me, Jedi.
Oh, yeah?
You have the heart of a Sith. Had you been born on Korriban, you would be sitting on the Dark Council now. It is too
True.
late to turn you fully from the light. But should your children have a connection to the Force, I will see them properly trained.
That's creepy.
Is that a compliment
Yeah.
or a threat?
How did you take it? The Force is strong in you. Too strong for the restrictions the Jedi impose. Had you been instructed in the true way of the Force, the galaxy could not match your power. I
The
will make
dark
sure
side
that
isn't the
mistake
true
does
path.
not happen again.
Balances. Huh? Lord Scourge. As I thought, you wouldn't be nearly as long as Doc was. And I'm thankful for that, Lord Scourge. I actually kind of like you. So, in the next episode, we'll talk to Rusk. I think that's his name. If it's not, oh well. So, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed watching this, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.